And welcome to episode 121, Red Leaf Retrocast Anime. Here is JD. Tori, boy, did you pick a special anime we're going to be...
Hell yeah.
I don't know if the best word's going to be a review.
Special in every sense of the word.
This has to be one of the most entertaining ones we've ever covered for this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've known about this anime for a while, and it's been on my list. I've been wanting to watch this. I didn't know much about it except for the fact that, shonen dogs, and the fact that this is 80s, and, do they think of stuff like Fist of the North Star and whatnot? And I was just like, I need to see what this is all about. I've heard people talk about it before, without it being going into specifics, because I don't think you can really go into specifics about this show, because...
Oh, we're going to try.
This is a show that has to be... No, you can, but this is a show that has to be experienced. You can talk about what happens, but you have to experience this.
I definitely had an anime experience that has changed my life.
Yeah. Shortest podcast of all time. It's 1 minute in. Drop this podcast. Go watch the show. You need to watch the show.
Why are you here listening to us? You should be watching this show, not listening to us.
You should be watching the show. It is just sitting down and thinking of the biggest bullshit anime can throw at you and watch each episode with that mentality. It is just that. Don't go saying, oh, they're saying it's so good, it's so well made. No. It's just, there's a fan and there's tons of dog poop. And it is just hitting the fan as hard as it can. And it is just the most amazing thing you can watch. So just drop the podcast, go watch the anime. You're just going to fly through it. Like in less than a week, you're gonna watch everything of how entertaining it is.
Dude, I watched this in like 3 days.
Yeah, and it's 21 episodes for JD to watch in 3 days. It tells a lot.
Yeah,
and you're just sitting there and going, "Oh boy, what kind of bullshit this show is gonna throw at us." It's just amazing, just an amazing experience. Okay, with that out of the way, we're gonna go with spoilers and laugh a lot now.
Yeah, the anime is called Ginga Nagareboshi Gin, or Silver Fang. I think. What do you think? We just say Gin or Jin for short.
Yeah, Gin.
Yeah, Gin.
Basically, it's like the way this works is it's all. There's a sequel to this as well called Ginga Densetsu Weed. And basically, the title is always the name of the main character. So, Gin for this one, Weed for that one. For the manga's Ricky, right? The Gin's father. There's a manga that. There's a continuation and whatnot. So, it always basically just encapsulates whoever is the main character. So, Gin is fine.
Okay. I believe that's Silver in English, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why. Yes. That's why they call him Silver in the subtitles.
Yeah.
And
okay.
and the Ginga is also like. The Gin in Ginga is also silver, because that's why it's Silver Fang. Silver Fang shooting star Gin.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Fuck it. We're just doing this today. I don't even want.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
I do not want to talk about my PlayStation 5. I'll save that for the video game podcasts. This is a shonen dog anime.
I was about to say, unless you fought a bear for that PS5, then it's not interesting.
Well,
yeah.
No, I did not fight a bear with brain damage. More on that later. This show came out in the spring of 1986. It is by Toei Animation. Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Let's see. Who are the people in charge of this masterpiece?
Tomohiro Katsumata directed it.
All right, what has he done?
He's done episode directing on Fist of the North Star, because of course he has.
That makes a lot of sense. He was the director on Devilman in 1972. All right, now we're talking.
Oh, yeah.
The script writer.
Cutie Honey, Mazinger Z, Arcadia of My Youth, Salaryman Kintaro. This guy has done everything that's great in the 70s and 80s.
Go to the script writer. It's better. Terada Kenji.
Oh, Kenji Terada.
Shit, we've like...
Look at
Dirty Pair.
Yeah.
Dirty Pair. Nice.
Space Cobra.
Guy's the man.
Yes. Oh my god, yeah. This is no wonder this was amazing. Holy shit. This is like looking at half of these guys, it's like, man, you want like a seriously 80s experience? Hell yeah. These are the guys for that 80s experience.
He even wrote scripts for Kigumare Orange Road.
He did indeed. Nobutaka Nishizawa was an episode director as well. Yeah, director of Galaxy Express. He was the director of Slam Dunk. Damn.
So we got a who's who of Toei animation here for the 70s and 80s.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And this has an 8.03 on my anime list. So people really like this, and I can't disagree.
It is very easy to like.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I'll read the
dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Dogs. See, dogs is a winning formula. Just put dogs in anime.
So I'll read the synopsis from Anime Planet right quick. Silver, from the moment he was born, was destined to be a hunting dog, a bear hunting dog. Named for the silver stripe on his body, his fate is sealed when his father is killed by the ferocious bear, Akakabuto, to be the one who kills Akakabuto. From the moment on, he vows to grow up to become a strong enough dog to slay the bear who stole his father's life. There you go.
I mean, that is true.
Collar.
That is still true.
That is definitely still true. Yeah. For all intents and purposes, his father did die in that moment.
God, this is so dumb. Oh, I'm sorry. I just can't. I want to laugh just by this synopsis.
Of course.
I'm having such a good time right now.
All I'm gonna say is like, for future fucking shonen, forget about that kid who goes out to see the world. I need more dog anime. I need more dog shonen.
Yeah, well, yeah. They need to do the rest of the sequels.
So before I even threw this on and just glancing at the summary, I for some reason thought I was in for like an Iditarod anime. And there were like bears attacking them, and there's like, we got to kill these bears to complete the race or something. No, it is nothing like that. I'm not even in the ballpark. I'm in a different country.
Yeah, no, there's it's I mean, even the show itself kind of changes, right? Because when it starts out, you start like kind of following the humans, and you see Akakabuto show up. You see the fight against the first fight against Akakabuto. See Silver get born. Silver and his his brothers and sisters get born and whatnot, and the fight against Akakabuto, which takes
worthless dogs,
worthless dogs, absolute trash. Grandpa does not want any of them.
Grandpa,
this show does indeed have Oni Coach. Very important.
Extremely important. It's the 80s, of course.
It's an anime before 2000. Therefore, the coach must be abusive. Therefore, the content warnings of this anime is mature themes, explicit violence, and animal abuse.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is just like the pinnacle of animal abuse.
But yeah, nah. And after all that, it goes on for that for a while. We see sort of Silver grow up a little bit, and then he's eventually decides, after he's lured by a bunch of well-organized wild dogs, he decides to leave his comfy life behind to go out and become a real male.
That is definitely a verbiage that we are constantly hit over the head with about these dogs becoming real males.
To quote what I said in the Discord as well, is literally just like when they were constantly talking, they had like a section where they're talking about almost nothing but like going out finding stronger males. We need stronger males. We need more males. All the males. And I'm like, we get it. You're gay. Oh man.
Except Ben. Ben fucked a bitch.
He did indeed fuck a bitch.
Ben fucked a bitch. True words. The subtitles told me.
Multiple times, every time they could.
They are bitch dogs after all.
Speak. They are in fact dogs. The only bitch recognized as male.
Okay, so before we go off the
That's
rails,
good.
just spouting nonsense that makes us laugh from this anime, let's
Let's go
be-
episode by episode and go through the bullshit.
Oh, absolutely, we
Because
have
every
to.
single episode, there's some bullshit.
It has a piece of glory that we can all go down. Tori, what was the excellent metal start that this is the greatest metal episode 1 could ever metal.
You ever want to fucking get invested in a show, all right? You sit there, you picture Grandpa's there, fucking, what is actually his name?
Gohei.
I forget. Gohei, that's his name. Yeah, Gohei is there, and he's brought Ricky, his bear hunting dog, with him, and they are fighting Akakabuto, but they're getting their fucking ass handed to them. There's a search party that wants to go and rescue him, but because of snowstorm they can't, or go look for him. So everybody kind of assumes that he's dead, but they're not. But they've been beaten up. They've been beaten up badly. Ricky is hurt, and Grandpa's hurt. And they are sitting in a cave trying to wait up, but they need to survive. They have no food. And Grandpa looks at Ricky, and he says, "Listen, I will do anything to survive." And Harry is sitting, he's like, "Oh my God, he's gonna eat his dog." And then he brings up his knife and he chops it, and blood spurts everywhere. But he did not hit the dog. He chopped off a piece of his own lost leg. And he fucking just goes, be like, "And you are my life, Ricky, so you must survive. Now eat my flesh." And he shoves his flesh, his entire fist, into his dog's mouth and starts force-feeding the dog his own flesh. And the dog is clearly not enjoying this at all, struggling, trying to get away. When he finally breaks out, he fucking starts throwing up. That is episode 1.
And then he fucking goes and fight Akakabuto. Anyway.
I don't want to stay in that fucking. Grandpa's just like, "No, don't go out. He can't get in here. He can't fight us." And Ricky's like, "Bitch, I'm not staying here with you. I'm not eating any more of your flesh." He did not want any of that.
Meanwhile, the grandson, what's his name?
Daisuke.
Daisuke, yeah. So Daisuke is playing with Gin, the new silver puppy, and he's like, "No, the puppy must see his father." Everyone's all worried. He gets on a snowmobile, even though the man-eating bear is out there that has murdered skiers, and everyone's searching. They tell him, "No, stay in the cabin with your new dog," and he goes, "Well, fuck that. I gotta go find my grandfather and my puppy's father." Ricky gets on that snowmobile, immediately finds him, runs the snowmobile into Akakabuto, the man-eating bear. The bear is not phased. Therefore, his life is now immediately in danger. The puppy's in danger. Ricky, the real male that we all know him to be, starts and of course we get the narrator across explaining what the dogs are going through mentally. And Ricky fights for his life against this massive bear, and Daisuke and Gin eventually go into the same cave trench ravine that Gohei's been hiding in, and they just look on in awe and fear of Ricky fighting the bear.
Especially Gin, that fucking face on that puppy. That fucking like sitting there with his mouth just wide open.
Oh, that's
like,
a face you will see a lot of.
No, but it's so
everyone
fucking
is always with a fucking mouth open.
I know, but it's so fucking extreme, and they fucking, for some reason, in that specific shot, they detailed his lips around as well to give it like this weird fucking look at him, and I'm just like, what the hell is that? It's such a dumb face.
And then Ricky dies.
Well, the
And
way they
Akakabuto
die.
goes away.
Yeah, the way
He gets
they die is
beaten
very
up.
important. They fall, so Ricky and the bear go over.
It's the shonen death. They fall off a
Yeah,
cliff.
they fall off the
Everyone
cliff.
always falls off a cliff, and they never die.
Gohei is beside himself with his now one leg missing. And he goes, "Ricky, no!" And he's leaning over the cliff. No! And And then the grandson Daisuke, he freaks out. He realizes that Kin's father's dead, and he's about to throw himself off the cliff. And the grandfather has to go, "No, get back! Don't run off the cliff!" and holds him back.
You fucking idiot! Don't do that. Just tackles him to the ground.
Episode 1 closed. And from that point on, I had to turn on the next, 13 after that.
Hell yeah. I mean, if you're not hype after that, I'm sorry, nothing is going to get you hype. That shit is just, you're sitting there and you're just like, what am I looking at? What is this?
Yeah, the fucking episode starts with the goddamn grandfather hitting Nakakabuto in the head with a fucking shot through the eye, and he just... unfazed. It's just unfazed by it. He just survived a fucking headshot.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck, hunting rifle?
And the fucking Kabuto strikes him back as well. And it's like the next time you see him, it's like, and that time, Grandpa lost his ear in the fight against Kabuto. And he just has this giant scar across his face, and his ear is missing. It's just like, damn.
Yeah,
man.
big claw mark scar across the side of his face. It's like, jeez.
It's not a tiny one either. That shit is giant. It's literally half his fucking... It's like his ear is gone. Motherfucker, half his fucking skin, half his head is gone. Not his fucking ear. Forget about the ear.
Ridiculous. So the next, what would you say, 5 episodes is the training of Gin by Gohei.
Yep.
And you're introduced to John, which is another dog from another person in town. I think it's the son of another hunter whose father died.
The son of the mayor.
The mayor who died.
Killed. Yeah. And which is the doctor.
He is also the doctor, because that's important. He is also a hunter. And he is the one who teaches Daisuke how to use a hunting bow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay.
The goddamn hunting like that fucking...
Before I try to recount the training regiment that Gohei forcibly takes Gin on, the son Daisuke, or the child Daisuke, gets taught how to use a bow, and he's basically calling everyone in town coward bitches because they won't go out and try to hunt this bear.
Yeah, because all they do is even Daisuke's father is just like, there's nothing we can do, and it's like, you're all pussies. You're not even trying.
And
even
they really weren't.
Grandpa shows up, and he's like, stop it, all of you. Daisuke's right. You are a bunch of pussies.
And I love the experience of Daisuke going to the weapon shop, and he goes, I want that bow. It's not an automatic crossbow, but it's just this heavy tethered tension thing. He's like, well, you'll break your arm if you're not strong enough for it yet. And he goes, okay, how about this? I'll give you my snowmobile for that bow. It's like, well, I mean, if you can, I guess we'll go out back as a rib on the kid. It's like, okay, go aim at that tree. And he throws the arrow through the tree, and the guy's like, what the fuck? And then Gin just takes the bow set and leaves.
I do that.
Before he killed a bear before that with the goddamn bow of the medic.
I thought he was able to kill the bow with the new, or kill the bear with the new bow.
No, it was the old one. It was the old one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
that's why he got in trouble. That's when his grandpa and doctor was just the doctor was just like, we can't encourage him. We can't have him go back out there. And then fucking Daisuke's just like, nah, I'm gonna get my own bow and I'm gonna go out again. And then the grandpa's just like, I don't think we can stop this kid.
He's fucking
Maybe
nuts.
he should just do whatever he wants.
Well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So prior to that, after calling everyone puss bitches, he and the puppy go out into the wilderness to try to find Akakabuto, and he finds another bear that almost takes his life, but off sheer luck and circumstance, he throws 2 through the bear's skull and 1 through the throat. And the bear finally convulses and falls over, and he's like, "Oh, that was close, but we did it! Yay!" Near-death experience. That doesn't discourage Daisuke.
the Akakabuto puppies appear, and John just comes in and is like, ha, That is an easy prey.
I love that.
Yeah,
Naps.
that does happen.
Snaps the bear cub.
I love
neck.
that line though. It's just like Silver's not fucking happy about him because John is just there having killed easy prey, and he's proud of himself for it. It's just like, man.
Yeah, John is the dog of the
That's
doctor.
a mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a German Shepherd.
Sure.
Yes.
No,
I
wasn't
think
it a
you're right.
Doberman or something?
No, German.
No,
Shepherd.
the Doberman
Doberman
is a sniper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We know the fucking.
We know the dog
Fucking
types.
my animal list. John, breed, German Shepherd, gender, male. No shit.
Well, yeah. Of course
If you
he's a
watch this
male.
anime, they're all male. The only male that isn't male is Cross.
He is a brave dog and a bit arrogant at times, but very good at fighting.
Very good at
just love that.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. Episode 2 starts the training. Now let's go only dogs because the humans they stop appearing on episode 7, and episode 7 or the dogs start talking.
Well, hold on. You're getting
it's
ahead
the
of
bullshit
yourself.
of episode 7.
You're getting ahead of yourself,
Let's go back
Icky.
at episode 2. Let's go back to episode 2
We
and only
need
focus on the dogs
Gin's
from now on.
training regiment. So, go hey.
That's why I'm saying.
Okay.
Back, and then from episode 2 onwards, the show is just like he's just built differently. The show, because that's the only explanation they give. Why is the bear strong? Why is the bear just built differently? Why is the dog strong? The dog's just built differently, dude.
Yeah, the
It's
dogs
not
all
like
got
the
like
other dogs.
ripped up pecs and abs and stuff.
Well, yeah. They are-
Why Gin? Why not the other ones? Well, Gin is just built differently. Oh my god!
Why
the
is
show
Grandpa and Daisuke so aggressive and want to fight the bears, unlike everyone else? Well, because they're built differently. Everyone's built differently.
So the training regiment goes as follows: Gohei, now in a frenzy of Ricky's death, takes Gin away from Daisuke and says, "We are now training. This is my dog. He's built differently. Look
He's
at these
built
other two puppies." And he fucking shoves his now cane in their faces, and they freak out. And he's like, "See, worthless." Taking this dog.
Yeah. Oh
And
my god.
everybody in town just goes, "Yeah, sorry, Daisuke, your dog's now going to go into this heavy training
he's
regiment."
a good dog. He's a good dog, hunting dog trainer. And I just love the fact that he's like, he keeps bullying Gin as well, bullying. He keeps fucking kicking him with a fucking as well. And it's just like, that's like, no, don't do that. And he's like, don't show where the fucking dog would love. It will make him weak.
Yeah. I think training 1 was him just hitting the dog repeatedly and allowing the dog to get up temporarily, and then he just hits it again, and he's just sitting there like next to a fire, and I would imagine he's got like a bottle of whiskey next to him. It's like, all right, this hurts me more than it hurts you.
It hurts me more than it hurts you. Sure, it does, my guy. Nah, it's great. That fucking keeps pushing him beyond what he can take. Fucking, it's just constant, like in the beginning as well. It's like, what's that? What is wrong with Gin? Well, he's not eating. It's like, why isn't he eating? I don't know. I gave him bear meat. That's the only thing he's going to get. And bear meat is very difficult to eat. So, but he'll get used to it eventually. He'll eat when he gets hungry enough.
Yeah, so the dog is starving for. Yeah, he's like 8. The dog is like 2 or 6 weeks old.
Nah, bear meat. Bear meat makes him strong.
And he's like, how long has he?
Yeah.
And Daisuke comes in. How come he hasn't eaten? He hasn't eaten for 3 days. Weird, right? He'll eat when he's on the brink of death.
Grandfather, he needs the mother's milk. It's like, nah, he's just built differently. He's gonna eat that shit.
He's just built differently. Why are you torturing him? Because he's built differently. Why are you trying to drown him? Because he's built differently. Why can't he get some proper food? Because he is built differently.
Yeah, they always say that. Test, yeah, like one of the tests is he has his fucking hunting rifle, puts it next to the dog's face, fires it. Gin doesn't move, and he goes, "See, It took Ricky 12 weeks to get used to the sound. Gin's already biting the rifle. He's built differently. Like, okay. Daisuke's like now. Yeah, and then like the next day, and how long did they say the drowning training go for? Like another 6 weeks or a month or something? No, it was only a week. Yeah, it was only a week where...
But it's like in the middle of the winter.
It's in the middle of winter. It's snow and ice outside.
North Japan, which is like... What is like mid-North Canada climate, I think.
I mean, Canada.
So you can have an idea.
It's Canada in general. Yeah, so he
It's
throws
very cold.
he throws Gin in this, I guess, large bucket, and there's a little platform, and there's bear meat on the bottom of this bucket. And what Gohei does is every day he fills this bucket up with a little bit more water, so the dog has to then dive underwater to get the bear meat, crawl up on the platform so he can eat. Otherwise, he will not eat, or he will drown trying to get the bear meat at the bottom of this bucket filled with water. And it explains to us that dogs can't hold their breath, so they're just fucking taking in water when they go under. So it shows these scenes of Gin struggling, like almost on the brink of drowning, over and over and over again, trying to get this bear meat. And Daisuke's just that sucks. You can do it!
You can do it. I believe you're built different.
Yeah. It's great. I love the when Grandpa shoots his gun because he's inside of his house. So I love to imagine that the house is just full of bullets.
Oh yeah, he just fires it off in the middle of the house too. It's just like, oh, gotta fix that wall again, I guess.
Yeah, it took Ricky 6 weeks and goddamn 2 walls to get used to this. Get firing the goddamn thing through my house. I almost hit the neighbor one day.
Ridiculous. All right. So we get so they're going out. It's Daisuke and Gin. Gin is now, I guess, older, quote unquote. He's now more of an adult size, kind of, sorta. And it's Gin and Daisuke that go out there, and they come across a wild pack of dogs. This is episode 7 after all of this training and wacky events that happens. And Hickey, you want to take us through what episode 7 is and basically what the rest of the entire anime is?
Basically, on episode 7, at the end of episode 6, we get one of the big shonen tropes. There's a secret society of dogs just watching the mountains, the shadow figures. And then episode 7, the dogs, they meet the pack. And the pack is there to fight Akakabuto in behalf of the leader. And we don't know who the leader is. The thing is, the dogs start talking. And John and Gin go to the pack, and it's like, well, we need to, I want to join your pack. We want to fight Akakabuto as well. We want to defeat him. So the dogs just start running. They go, where the dogs, and then they jump through a ravine. And Gin, being, fearless, jumps and gets to the other side. And one of the dogs, who's called Ben, goes, man, what a male this little dog is. John is a little bit of a coward, but so he doesn't jump. Thing is, a bear appears, and then Gin jumps back, fight the bear, saves John by a lot of the times just kind of pulling him around.
Yeah,
a dog that is 3 times his size and weight. He just shoves John around like it's nothing. Then the rest of the pack just save them, and they get introduced to the leader.
So you totally glossed over the fact that they won't accept Silver, Gin, unless he can make that ravine jump, because Gin wants to see the pack leader. And Ben, the Great Dane, the leader of the first platoon, because they have military terms for this group of dogs. So, and Ben just goes, "If you can make this jump, I will let you see my leader, because you will prove to be a real male." And they're like, he won't do it, whatever. And Gin uses the airflow currents of the ravine to be able to make the leap. And the physics would have to be pretty outstanding for that to actually work.
Oh, fuck physics. This is shonen.
This is a shonen anime. Don't worry about it. He's built differently.
You don't understand, JD. He's small. He dove off. He's just spreading his feet. And then the power of his manliness takes over. And
well, the wind just knows what a real male is.
Exactly. It's just like, this is a real male. Let's majestically float him up in the air. Because then he goes further than everyone else that jumped this ravine. That's important as well. He went further than anyone. So they were like, oh man, this male is legit.
Any objections? And they're like, no, let's take him to our leader.
Yeah. And then we get introduced to a few more characters. One is Cross. One is Cross, very important.
Yeah, the bitch.
Oh, important ones. The important ones. The bitch. The male bitch. Well, the male bitch is another term. The bitch who is considered a male.
Accepted as a male.
So I have, this...
I think Oliver as well, which is another supporting character. That is the coward little sausage dog.
Yeah.
Dachshund.
Yeah.
Then Hyena, which is another Dachshund. And Sniper, which is the vice leader. The Doberman.
The vice leader. Yeah, the vice leader, the platoon leader, the lieutenant.
The platoon leader who wants who is staging a coup d'etat against the leader. And the leader is called Lira.
Yes.
But it's someone who we know very well, who is Ricky, who actually survived falling from a cliff.
Yeah, now he's covered in many, many scars, and he's fucking built like a brick house.
Yeah, like
yeah.
He's not even, he ascended, he was already built differently. He ascended to Giga Chad. Every single time he's just like, he's always on the top. The moon is always behind him, and his voice actor as well. Dude, the guy did an excellent job. His name is Ginga Banjo. Funnily enough. So let's see.
Wait, the voice actor of Ricky was actually named Ginga?
Yeah, Ginga.
No way. It's the main voice actor of Ricky is named the same as the anime. That's really funny.
Is there well, his actual name is Tanaka.
No, that's less fun. Don't ruin it.
Yeah. Is there a reason why he changed his name to Ginga?
Because of this.
Probably because he really
liked being the ultimate male.
Oh my god, this dude fucking voiced the male version of Pippi Me from Pop Team Epic. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
he did Darby, one of the Darby brothers in JoJo Part 3.
Oh yeah, boy.
This voice actor is legendary now.
This guy is good.
He's really good.
This guy's a true male.
He is not just a true male, he's the true male.
He's the male of voice actors.
I just love the fact that every time we see Ricky again when he appears, and it's just like every dog is just sitting there, that's like, man, even the fucking pack that Gina and them have followed to go there, everybody's just saying this like, man, this guy is such a male. And it's like, bro, you guys see this dude often. Why are you still in awe? Why are you still sitting there and be like, oh shit, I'm not gay, but I'd consider it.
Well, I mean, it would be a dog, so they'd be like, I'd bend over for you.
Yeah. Nick is a goddamn Giga Chad, dude.
Ridiculous.
Like he fought the bears alone.
Yeah.
For like 3 months.
Motherfucker sends everyone out, and he's just like, all right, time for me to keep the fort clean. And they fucking come back, and he's even more scars on his body. Now it's like, oh, I can't believe you've been defending this territory all by yourself.
So what ends up happening is after a massive speech, and dialogue between all of the dogs, the platoon leaders and whatnot. We got Sniper, who's like calling everyone dorks, which I popped at. Let's see. I took a lot of screenshots on Twitter. There was
you have Hyena, which is the one of the coward dogs, the one who is with Sniper, and the plot to overtake Ricky as the leader of the villain. Together with John. John started also with like, I'm gonna take this to me. It's gonna be my pack. And then at the end of episode 7, it's like, yo, those guys are crazy, dude. I'm leaving. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm going back.
Yeah, and basically it's a whole like war speech dialogue. Ricky's like, you can't be late to this fight. When you return with more recruits, the war begins. And everyone's like, yeah, let's all spread out.
In 3 months, and the next full moon will be here and fight Akakabuto.
And Ricky explains that Akakabuto is gathering more fellow bears to expand his fortress of bearness throughout the mountains. A second killer bear comes, and that's when the humans just go, fuck this, we can't handle it anymore. Another man-eating bear. Man-eating bear. Yeah.
Man-eating beer.
It
looks like, I mean, what
one of them is literally
JD
not even a man-eating
drinks.
bear, though. Yeah.
It's you. It's two goddamn man-eating bears. It's not only one.
No, but one of them wasn't a man-eating bear. Like, one of them was just like, he's normally not dangerous to fucking humans, but... Or not dangerous. He didn't attack humans, but it's like, he doesn't really feast on humans, but he's still joined up with Akakabuto. And I love how everybody just knows that they're there to join up with Akakabuto. That's like the most common law. It's just like, yeah, he's here to give him his fucking strength. And then he builds a fucking fortress, like 4 forts or whatnot. It's just, not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't actually have forts. That would be funny. More just like, it's more just sections that they are taking care of, but it's just like, it's so fucking good. It's so great.
It would have been funny if they like took over man-made like homes and castles from the Meiji era.
Like, you know that like still frame they do when they talk about it?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then you just see Akakabuto on top of a fucking fortress.
Yeah, and then you got Madara, the second bear in command, and it's just and it always has the bear scream roar when it shows the picture. So Ricky sends the various platoons out to recruit more like great male dogs to join the ranks to go to war with the bear the bear tribe of Akakabuto. We'll call it that. And essentially for the next, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 11 episodes. It's like for the next 11 episodes, it's Recruit Dog of the Week. That is them fighting the dogs and having their own mini arcs to join the ranks. And God, where do we begin with the recruits?
I mean, we can start with the first one, the triplets.
Go for it, Tori.
Which episode was that again?
It doesn't matter. Just go with it.
Episode 9, Demon Dog, the 3 Kai brothers.
The Kai brothers, yeah.
The Kai brothers, yeah.
The Kai
brothers. They go to recruit. Obviously, they just every platoon, or not like 3 platoons or whatever, almost goes out and spreads into different directions. It's north, it's south, it's east, it's west. Are they going for anything specific? No, you're just fucking booking it in a different direction. And, they run far and wide. They are looking. And eventually they come across the fucking demon brothers, the 3 Kai brothers, which is, was it Akatora,
Kurotora, and Shirotora. I think Shirotora.
Yeah, and the one in charge of the recruiting is our Great Dane, Ben.
Shutora. Yeah,
I do like how most of these dogs either have super Japanese names or basic like Western American names. John, Ben.
Great. And it's basically just like
Smith.
this fucking
Chutora,
yep. And they're basically just these like absolute demons. They come across them as they're out hunting fucking boars. Like, there's just a fucking wild boar running, and you have these three dudes just fucking running after them. Like, nah, you're getting in the way of our food. Who are you? Who do you think you are? We'll fucking fight you. And then they start this 3-on-3 fight with fucking Ben, Gin, and Cross.
Yeah,
this is Akatora.
Yeah, there was a line I must repeat, because they're like eating the flesh of this boar, and then Ben and Silver are talking to each other. We must recruit them, and then they just stop eating. And goes, who is it that stands and talks shit about us?
Right?
Don't you know we are built differently?
Don't you know we're built differently? Joke's on you. We are also built differently.
Oh, shit. It starts a fight.
It starts a fight. And of course, it's a real fight. Originally, Ben wanted to fight them all by himself, but then Gin and Cross was like, nah, this has to be fair. 3-on-3 is fair. And fucking...
every fight, of course, every dog fight, of course, is them leaping and going for the jugular.
Yeah,
it's just biting through, and there's so much blood and flesh getting ripped in this anime all the time.
Dude, it's an 80s show, and 80s show was fucking lit.
Yeah.
There was none of that, like, oh, we gotta make sure we don't show them get injured too much. It's like, nah, fuck you, Fist of the North Star, we're literally blowing people's heads into fucking tiny bits. The same thing here. It's like, we're literally just like, a little bit of scratching here, a little bit of blood there, and then suddenly just like, squished to death, fucking head chopped off, goddamn.
Rocks falling on dogs' skulls, and their skulls imploding.
It's just like,
damn. And then it's just like a 50-50 crapshoot if the dog survives or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Before finding the Kai brothers, like, why are we running through the forest? Why don't we just go to a goddamn city? And Ben is like, look at this city. This is where I was born. I know there's many dogs there. And it's not what he says, but it's literally the meaning. We're running through the forest because all the dogs in that city are not built differently.
Are not built differently.
It is literally the explanation.
I know.
Like, what? Okay.
All right, cool. But I mean, to be fair, though, city dogs, meh. What are they good for? We need the real shit. We need the fucking abandoned Kai brothers, who Ben, by the way, saved when they were kids. Because they're all fucking, like, they're all missing stuff. They're missing, like, eyes, ears, fucking, like, there. That's how you know they're real men. They are real men.
They got attacked by another dog, I think.
Yeah, they got attacked by another dog, and then Ben showed up, and he was like, nah, fuck you. I'm built different. But yeah, nah. Basically, like, it's funny as well because fucking Ben's fight with like Akatora or whatever, like Akatora is literally just going for his fucking jugular, just hanging around his neck, biting him, and Ben is just laying there like taking it, like, yep, you go, you just keep going. While fucking Gin and Kuratora is just going to town. Gin is not big enough; he can't really fight very well, but at least he has to try to get away from him. But then he fucking just takes him to his own fucking. Just puts him in the fucking lake or in a fucking like pit of water. Just drags him underneath because Gin can hold his breath for a lot longer. And then they just fucking fight him, and he comes back. Gin emerges from the water with Kurotora after him in his fucking mouth, just puts him on the ground and be like, shit, Kurotora, are you? Is he fine? It's like, he's alright. He just swallowed some water. Just fucking starts doing CPR on him, and he just starts fucking throwing up water.
Oh my god.
Oh man. And that's how that's how the Kai brothers learned that Gin is actually a real man.
Yeah, and it's like, man, Ben saves our lives, so we're gonna die for him. Sounds good. Okay. By the way, there's another dog. From what? Moose.
Yeah. Moss.
From the what is the name of the place?
I don't know. He says it all the time, but I can't remember. God damn it.
The Mist Mountain or something?
Misty Mountains.
Soldiers on the rock Misty Mountain peak.
Yeah. Yep. Misty Mountains.
Yeah. And then
God
we start
damn.
to see Sniper come in and like, oh, we're gonna make Moss kill Pan and everyone else. Making it seems we killed his son or not. And then it starts a fight, and it's like, well, shit, doesn't matter anymore. We're fighting. Fuck it.
We're fine. I love that. It's like, no, listen, Dad, I'm fine. It's okay. You don't have to fight them. And then Moss is just like, son, we just killed their leader, their platoon leader. There's no backing down anymore. It's just like, It's got a point. It's like, I can see it in that little one's eyes. You won't be satisfied until you have my head.
Yep. And
just,
goddamn,
I like
Ben
this guy.
just like Ben just goddamn like resurrect.
Yeah, Ben got crushed by a bunch of rocks. Like when they first appeared, Moss just breaks the fucking rocks at the top, just causes a fucking avalanche just of rocks, and it just lands and crushes fucking Ben. There's a goddamn giant boulder laying on fucking Ben's head. Like, he should be all kinds of dead. Yeah, he should be all kinds of dead. Yeah. And then at the end, Ben just fucking emerges. Yeah, Ben just emerges from the rocks, just like, I'm fine, just stands up, fucking takes the rock on his head and just throws it off, and like, I'm fine. It's like, damn.
Yeah, I was like,
can't even rest in peace anymore.
Screaming and crying. I'm just sleeping. God damn it. Have you forgotten I'm built different?
Have you forgotten I'm built differently? Oh, man.
Oh my god. And then Moss becomes part of the pack, and they decide Sniper is a piece of shit. He's a traitor, and Hyena as well. But Hyena is kind of like, let's just...
let's just more than a traitor.
Yeah, we're gonna let him go around, and especially because John comes back, and John is like, no. In the next arc, John comes back with the ninja dogs.
With the ninja dogs.
I
love when John just comes back. He's like, wait, John, you're back? Didn't you already leave? You think we're just gonna take you back? He's like, nah, it's okay. I already fought your leader, and he kicked my ass. It's like, oh, cool. We don't get to see that, okay. Great.
Yeah, I'm a platoon leader now, by the way. He's like, you were what?
Like, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened while we were away?
Yeah, then we go to Iga, on one of the Japanese prefectures. And you see the kitty... What is the name of the guy? The dog... The ninja dog leader.
Akame?
Akame.
Akame, yeah. Akame.
Yeah, Akame.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the White Dog's Iga clan leader.
And this was like a three-part episode with the Dark Shadow of Iga Village, confrontation on the ninja grounds, orders of the leader, justice must be made because there's a entire
turf war.
Yeah, turf war between ninja dogs
the
trying
clan,
the
Iga clan, which is the cool dogs, the white dogs, and the Koga clan, which is the hyena-looking cannibal dogs who use actual weapons to fight.
Yeah,
and
actual ninja like throwing tacks with poison, by the way.
Using cycles and jumping from branch tree to branch tree and using special tactics. Oh, sorry, my soul kind of left my body for a little bit.
It's okay. We understand.
Yeah, I love this arc, by the way. It's my favorite one. Ben goes fucking blind. By the way.
Is that from the poison or the brain damage, possibly?
It's from the poison.
Okay. It's from the poison.
Yeah, he's just like, because he didn't want to take the fucking antidote. He won't be the last to take the antidote because, again, built differently, real male, whatever. He doesn't know what to take. So when he finally gets us, like, what's happening to him? It's like, no, he's experiencing side effects. It's like, oh, that's not good. No, actually, that's a good thing. That means that he's going to survive. It's like, oh, thank God. And then Akame's just like, man, but this could be bad. He's going to lose one of his 5 senses. It's like, oh, shit. What's it going to be? I was almost thinking, are they going to pussy out and be like, it's going to be his smell? And I was like, nope, it's his fucking sight. It's just, oh, fuck. Damn.
It's hardcore.
Ben, my boy. Not like this. You were such a good boy. You were among the goodest of boys.
Oh man. Okay. Let's see. What's so the oh yeah. How Hickey? How does this turf war end?
Basically, John appears and starts kicking the Koga clan ass. Sniper's there because he's also inciting the clans to fight. But basically, the Koga clan is annihilated, and only the leader called Teshin is alive. And the actual backstory of the turf war is it's quite interesting. There was an actual ninja clan in feudal Japan. There was the house of the ninja clan, and the Iga dogs were the guardian dogs of the property, like the house, while the Koga clan was the guardian dogs of the rest of the property. Those clans, they kept existing and fighting since feudal Japan up to the 80s Japan. Gin learned how to jump from tree to tree like a monkey, but that's fine because there's a bunch of dogs doing that, and they're also using water pipes to try. It doesn't matter. Koga clan is annihilated. Only Teshin is left. And then we get introduced by a dog that just comes out of fucking nowhere, which is Wilson.
The fucking dog, the collie.
The collie, Wilson. And what is Wilson's backstory? He had a family. He's the fucking Terminator. He had a family, and his puppy, was born, and he was very happy. The problem is, in Iga, there was the Kurojaki clan, which are fucking cannibal dogs. It's the Teshin clan. They're cannibals. So they kill Wilson's puppy and his wife and eat them. So
it's so fucked.
It's so fucked up. So at the end, Wilson's like, "Hey, Teshin, I appeared out of nowhere. I got your puppy with me. And since you're about to die, I'm just gonna kill your puppy in front of you before you die, so I can have my revenge." And fucking Teshin goes wild. Absolutely wild. He loses everything. Then you have, again, fucking Wilson kind of makes a fuck up, throws the puppy out of a cliff, jumps into the cliff to save the puppy. And, just like every single time someone falls from a cliff in this anime, they survived. And then, they survive, it's okay. Tessin kind of calms down. And then you see smoke in the horizon. The Iga's clan dog, I don't know how, Akame, I don't know how, don't ask me how those dogs use weapons. He made a fire, lit up a torch, and threw fire into the house they were protecting, which was already a ruin.
Come on, Hickey, you know how he did it. He used fire jutsu. Come on.
That is true.
Yeah, why are you questioning this?
But they use wind jutsu. I guess because he's the leader.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's the leader. He's built differently, most likely.
Exactly.
And then Tessin is like, "Why are you putting fire on the house we're supposed to fucking protect?" And Akame goes, "The house is abandoned. It's been like centuries like that. We're just being protecting.
There's just no one there.
Our clans have been protecting this place out of duty, but my duty here is over. I'm gonna join the leader of this pack, and I'm gonna go and fight Akakabuto." And then Tessin forgets he has a child, forgets he's killed a bunch of people to save his child, and just go and die in the fire.
Jumps into the fire, and fucking everybody remaining in his clan is just like, "No, we must go there as well. This is our entire life's purpose. And they all just fucking die in the fire.
They'll just fucking commit suicide.
Real males right there.
Yeah. And then Akame plus Wilson, because he got nothing else to do. And Tess and Puppy as well. They joined the pack.
They do. Yeah. They're only looking for real males. Also brings a puppy for some reason.
Yeah, right. And then and then because Ben is like all fucked up and losing his eyesight, now Gin is the male of the pack.
Yeah,
and it's his job to now recruit.
Is this the time where Ben goes to his actual owner?
To
the veterinary? Yeah.
Yeah, when Gin fucking decides to swim across the goddamn ocean, because of course they do, to go and search for more the. No, wait. No, that's after. They haven't met the fighting dogs yet. Never mind.
Right. So their last and final recruit is the strongest of males.
No. Not yet. First, it's the fighting dogs. The fighting dogs. They go to the strongest male. They fight him after. First, it's what's his fucking name?
No, they swim through the ocean to the island where dogfighting is popular.
The strongest male ever. That's who that is.
But before the Benizakura, which is Yujiro Hama of this anime, they recruit another guy, which is the champion, the Yokozuna dog. What is his name? Where is he?
No, because that dog.
Musashi.
They recruit Musashi because that's what they do first. They swim. I thought they swam the. No, they did swim too. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
they did swim to that, and then after it's like once they've recruited Musashi, he's the one who basically like, I'm not the strongest.
Oh,
the world's strongest male.
That's right.
That's when they go for Benny Sakura. But first it's Musashi and the fighting dog.
Every single dog has such a well thought, extensive backstory.
It's more well written and explained than most things. It's like, why is a dog anime about fighting bears like this extensive?
Why is that dog fighting a goddamn bull where you see gets a fucking 300-page book? Let me tell him about his backstory.
Let me tell you about his backstory. And you sit there, you read through it, and then at the end there's a footnote. Basically, he is built different.
He's built differently.
Deal with it.
You're just not gonna let me get me to stay here, sit down, and listen to 5 minutes of this random dog backstory. No, it was 10 minutes of backstory.
Yeah, it's half an episode.
I was like, what the hell? And he's really cool, by the way.
Benizakura, yeah. Really it goes through the whole backstory of Benizakura's like goal in life was to dethrone the Yokozuna of dogfighting. But they went to like a 30-minute draw, which led me down a path of how like legal dogfighting in Japan is, how it's treated as a legit sport, not unlike sumo wrestling. And it's considered, I found this old article from like the 50s and 60s, this whole research paper over the culture and family gathering elements to dogfighting in Japan. And I was just reading this going, what the fuck? And then I turned the anime back on, seeing that everything in that article, when it's describing showering the dogs in special costumes, and it's almost like pro wrestling at the same time, where they have like music and entrances and trophies and title belts and like what is happening? And Benizakura, knowing that his arch rival, the other strongest dog, just got old and had to retire, and he's just been in this fit of rage, and a hole is in his heart of his fighting heart. Just does.
I mean, JD, you can't just sit there and be like, oh, his fucking rival had to retire. That shit is sad. It's like he fucking fights his rival because he wants to fight him again, since they're fucking Benny Sakura and that guy's fucking fought ended in a draw essentially.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's been waiting, and he's like, I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna have to find him. And he fucking finds him, and it's just a fucking shell of his former self. His side is gone. He's basically just there as a fucking torture doll for up and coming fighting dogs. As they're just kicking the shit out of him, fucking beating him up, beating him, fucking. And it's just like, and that's when Bunny Sakura saw his own future before his own eyes. And I'm like, man, that is so sad.
Yeah,
Holy fuck.
it goes into the story of how Benny Sakura lost his ears, and it's like, what the fuck?
It's very fucked up. Yeah, and then Cross also swam to the island, and she got captured by Benny Sakura, but we don't know that yet.
Yeah.
We got introduced by Benny Sakura. He's fighting a bull. He wins, and then Gin just jumps into the ring, then hits Benny Sakura. Got hit twice, and he goes like, "Oh, you hit me twice when I hit once. I'm gonna."
You owe me one, bitch.
Yeah, you owe me one. I'm going away, and he just flies. He literally just flies. Yeah. And then he lands like a good 200 meters from the ring and just runs away. And then we learn that Cross is in Benny Sakura's place. She's chained up, and we learn also that she's pregnant with Ben's puppies.
Whoa, let's go,
Ben. Benny Sakura is a cool guy.
Yes, he's a nice older guy. Thought it would be a lot more aggressive than he is. But,
I figured he'd have like an insatiable bloodlust or something.
You'd think so, right? But nah, he's just like, I'm getting old, and I want to do something, one last, great thing before I die. I want to see I want to have my blood pumping again one last time before I die.
Gotta get back in the ring.
I'll join you for like a casual fight against a bunch of murderous bears. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just have a nice little tussle, and Gin just proves himself. He's like, all right, come in. And that's when we get the...
All right, cool, let me just get Cross, and he just bites the chain off. Because, as a dog does.
Yeah, metal linked chain, no problem. And they swim back across the ocean. It's like every dog in Japan. The national news is now freaking out.
To be fair, though,
they are faster than the fucking ferry boat.
They are faster than the ferry, but just imagine, it's like fucking, what is it like? It's some Gin's group is 1,300 dogs.
Yeah,
because it becomes 1,300 when...
No. When they're meeting up with John, they specifically say Gin is fucking leading an army of 1,300 dogs, and John has another 300, and that's before they get joined up with the fucking Hokkaido guys. It's like, my God, what was that? That was another 500 or something. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so they have 2,100 dogs in the pack in total going across Japan, and I love it when they get back on the pier, and there's all these people just looking at it. They're like, what the fuck? All these wild dogs are coming our way.
Don't attack the people. Watch out for the police. Just run.
Just run, yeah. And it's on the national news, and then it just randomly cuts back to Daisuke. It's like, boy, we haven't seen him a while, and he's watching the news just going, that must be Gin.
That must be Gin. I'm surprised that you would fucking assume that.
I don't know how you came to that conclusion, but sure.
Just everybody's like, you're dumb. There's no way that's Gin. Gin is gone. And then I said, no, I'm sure that's Gin. And then there's fucking Grandpa's like, something is happening at the Twin Peaks. It must be Gin. Gin must be back. And then he hears the fucking howl, and it's like, is that Ricky?
Yeah, he can tell by his howl. It's funny.
Yeah, it's great. But then before that, we got the Hokkaido guys, which is the guy from Hokkaido is also nice. Hakuro. Yes. He's like, man, I'm Hakuro. I'm built differently. But no one came to me, so I came to you because I'm built differently.
No one came, so we just fucking came on down from Hokkaido, It's like, oh, I'm sorry. That's our bad. You're like, Ben just bows and says like, you're like a big badass, man. Why didn't anybody come for you? That's a shame. Sorry, we should have come for you. And it's like, it's okay. You know, I'm no big deal. I'm just known as the brown bear. I'm just known as the brown bear killer. It's like, I'm fucking. Why didn't anyone fucking try to recruit this guy? Come on.
Yeah, it's because he lives in Al-Qaeda.
More dogs. Cool. Back to the mountains. And they all finally see the leader, Ricky. And when did he...
Everyone starts crying.
Everyone starts crying and they're in tears.
Like, what is this? I've never seen this dog before, but I cannot stop crying. I was
He's such a male.
That's the effect of the Giga Chad.
He's been fighting the bears by himself. He's got even more scars than he did when they left. And he's just there. It's like, don't worry. I've kept this place safe. And everybody's like, oh my god, this guy is so amazing.
Yeah, and they explain that Akakabuto now has 4 minion bears. There's a 5th bear that comes. He's got harpoons in his back. He's wild. He's killing the other like smaller recruit bears.
The goddamn fucking harpoon bear literally attacked a stranded fucking ship and murdered everyone.
Like
what a goddamn Chad. And then fucking Akakabuto takes one look at him and he's like, man, listen, I'm like super amazing. I'm super cool. I'm so fucking hard. Like the dogs can't even bite me. My fur is literally made of steel. Like I'm literally invincible. Let me help you. And Akakabuto's like, fuck you. Just knocks his head off.
It's probably important to mention that the bears never speak. It's only the dogs.
Yeah. They're literally just growling.
They growled around. And then the narrator comes in. Or sometimes even the dogs are like, what are they saying? It's like, well, my bear language is not, it's kind of rusted, but I think they're saying bass. I think this is what's happening.
The narrator guy, what a champion.
So great. And then the last battle begins. Also, Ricky got ambushed by a bunch of bears and trapped on the logs.
Yeah, he tried to sneak up and he ended up fighting the wrong bear. He ended up fighting Akakabuto's body.
Oh wait, there's some recruits we missed. The 4 Heavenly Kings, of course.
I mean, to be fair, they're like,
oh, we're Heavenly Kings.
Yeah, we're going to recruit you guys to join our pack instead because we're going to be the biggest dog pack in the world. And then they're like, okay, cool. Anyways, we got attacked by bears. They got scared. These other dogs that you tried to fuck with, they ended up going to fight the bears. And now they're like, man, these are true males. Let's join them.
Yep, pretty much.
And then we get the fight. I mean, and then the last 4 episodes is just the dogs going to war with the bears, and it's awesome.
Oh yeah,
it is as violent as can get.
Dude,
the same dog got crushed by a bear fort.
Yeah, the reuse animation thing where it's just like, that.
It's like, man, poor dog. He just survives to get crushed again. God damn it, dude.
It's so funny.
It really implies, or at least tells us that out of the 2,100 dogs, like 1,900 of them at least died in this battle with the bears.
Yeah, it was brutal. Dude. They got squashed. They got fucking
ripped apart. The claws are wild. They're bit.
Yeah, slashed in pieces. They got crushed by rocks. Got crushed by trees. They got bit in half.
Yeah, and eventually the dogs, by sheer numbers, overwhelm at least a few of the bears. And the animation that it shows is the dogs get this bear down by its neck, throat, arms, legs, and the rest of the dogs will come in, pounce on its stomach, and they'll just rip this thing apart.
Yeah, and it shows it being ripped apart.
Yeah, it shows all the flesh being ripped off the body, blood going everywhere. I'm like, oh my god.
It's like, holy shit.
So fucking awesome. And it's like, I love it as well because you see the fights, like they fight some minor bears and it's like, okay, they can get them, they can just gang up on them and then get them, bite them over the nose, get the head, get the neck, get the fucking legs, trip them, and then they just fucking go to town on that body. But then they fight Madara, and fucking Madara is not going down. It doesn't fucking matter. They triple team him. They go on him. They go on his leg. He just chucks them off and steps on them. They are not getting this guy down whatsoever. He refuses to go down. It's like, damn, this bear is fucking tough. Holy shit.
Yeah, I kind of
God.
wish they would have had like a counter, or the narrator comes in and he's like, and 500 went down in the battle against Madara, but they never do
Yeah,
that.
because we only really see the same dogs get squished every single time.
Yeah, but they do at least visually show us that the pack is indeed dwindling fast.
Yeah. And then I think it's when Benizakura dies, right?
Not with Madara, it's with the, what's the other guy, the other bear?
It's the one with the only one leg?
Yeah.
One frontal leg? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember his name.
It's okay.
We don't really get to spend too much time with the bear, so fucking, it's a little bit hard to remember.
Yeah.
It's like, but it is. Benny Sakura's death is kind of sad because, I mean, like, fucking, he did get to have his sort of awesome moment when he just jumps on this fucking bear and throws him. Which, by the way, fucking, a goddamn dog just threw a fucking bear. Come on.
It's badass, man.
How strong is
Takes him
this
into
guy?
the frozen lake, goes under, ties him to a boat, but accidentally ties his own paw. And if you,
I mean, even that is like the only reason why he fucking dies as well is because Moss is a retard, and he's like, "You killed him," and it's like he's not dead yet, and he jumps and saves Moss, but he ends up getting fucking just clawed in the fucking head, and he's just
And it's like, it's like, it's okay. We're gonna win. You're gonna survive. It's like, look, dude, I am already dead. It's like, I am just walking right now because I'm the strongest male and I'm built differently. If it wasn't for that, my half of my brain is already squished and missing. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
these dogs are all fucked.
And then it's like he ties himself and Gin tries to save him. He just punches Gin.
He punches him in
And
the
it's like,
water away.
yeah, and it's fast as well. That is
Yeah.
the thing.
He literally knocks him to the surface. I mean, yeah, it's like
Dude.
fucking hell, dude.
And it's like, look, it's the blood. It's Benizakura's blood. I was like, he's blooming. It's a cherry blossom. Benizakura is blooming. I was like, oh damn, holy shit! This is one of the most shonen. I was like, damn, this is because it was all his thing, right? I was like, he saw his rival. He saw like, oh, my filter is bleak as hell. I wanted to see like the youth again. Do something nice and awesome while I still can. And the cherry blossom being a very youth related symbolism, and it's like, oh, he found the youth again in death. I was like, Jesus
And then
Christ.
everybody's just like, and
Who is the
saddest?
Who is the
thing in world.
demography of this anime? Holy cow.
I don't know if this is for children, but it kind of was.
Yeah. I
Man,
think you
it's
should.
dogs, you know.
Yeah, yes. Finding the youth in death, just like the 70 years old. That is the demography of this anime.
God.
The amount of literal, just like, fucking, how do you prove yourself as a man? You go die for a cause that you don't really know anything about, but because someone more with a fucking stronger willpower than you has a big ambition, and you want to help them achieve that ambition. That's what a real man is. You must die for that.
Just on a side note with that, Ben became a father at the beginning of the war.
Yeah, he did.
And
Yeah.
he's like, look, Cross, I love you. I love our kids, but I need to go die.
But I'm a male, and a male needs to die like a male.
Yeah, but I won't die. It's okay. And Cross is like, look, I don't want you to suffer knowing your friends are dying and you're not with them, so just go. And she's like, look, kids, look into the woods in that general direction. Your father's there. That's how a male should behave. So observe.
And real males don't cry.
Real males don't cry. Burn this sight into your eyes. This is what a real male is like. And it's like, damn. Fucking Ben is running at the bears, fucking losing his sight again. He is just not, but he fucking goes in, takes down one of the bears, goes in on Akakabuto, and does exactly what he wanted. Gets the first chomp on Akakabuto, and the fucking giant, and holy fuck.
I love
Ben looks like a goddamn little fucking pebble on Akakabuto.
Yeah. So we're introduced finally to Akakabuto again. And
who grew immensely due to brain,
he grew
brain
3 times
damage.
in size because of the brain damage he suffered. That is the explanation. Due to the brain damage, Akakabuto grew 3 times in size. Sure, okay.
At least it's an explanation.
I mean,
is it a good one? I don't know, but it's something anyways.
It's good enough, I guess. Who are we to question anything at this point?
He's suffering brain damage, but that does not mean that Akakabuto is dumb. Not at all.
Yeah, and the battle goes where everyone's essentially sacrificing themselves. Ben sacrifices himself to leave an opening for Silver and Ricky to team up. Ricky's amnesia is now inexplicably gone.
Before that, Akatora dies. One of the most metal fucking deaths. He goes in, he got impaled by the
claw,
claws of
and
the claws.
Gets off it,
and he just he just unimpales himself, bleeding through the throat, aims to the eye, gets Akatora's other eye. Akatora goes blind. He just dies, and his two brothers like, "No, big brother, don't die." He's like, "Oh." Red snow, very fitting for my funeral. I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, is that it? Holy shit!" That moment just sold me. Ben Izakura death, I was extremely sad. Akatora's death was like, this is like the best, the best catchphrase I've heard.
I also love.
I hope I die in the fucking bitch and go, red sand, perfect for my funeral. I was like, Jesus. Oh my god, this game is too much. It's too much. I'm losing my shit.
Yeah, no, but I love as well. It's like they're like, oh shit, because Akakabuto already has one eye lost after he got shot in the eye. So now he's completely blind, and fucking Ricky's just like, you don't need to fear him anymore. He's blind. He can't see. And you just think that Akakabuto's gonna stand there fucking wailing. Fucking because he can't see, just swinging his arms around trying to fight back anything, and then the narrator comes in and be like, he's not just swinging wildly, he can sense them, because Akakabuto has an amazing sense of smell, which means that he can accurately predict every dog's movement. And I'm just like, man, this fucking bear is too much.
Nothing can stop Akakabuto. And then we get the father-son tag team doing high-level bear dog moves that you wonder. It does at least explain that Ricky, I guess he's been training, and he can go into like this light speed mode, because he does try to fight Akakabuto solo earlier.
He was spin.
No, that's later.
To increase. Oh, okay.
That's later, because he has this like light speed move, and he can't stop himself.
Gin can also use.
Gin can also use it, yeah.
Yes, he can.
He says, that's why they called me the shooting star Gin.
Yes, of course. So they're going for they're going for their limbs, and then Akakabuto, even though his spine is fractured or something, the nerves are torn, he can still stand up and fight back.
After with the spinning move where you spin fast, and that makes the jaw force increase.
Right, which begs the question: why didn't they just do this move all the time?
Because it's special. It's special move. This is shonen. And then you have both Ricky and Gin hitting the same place on Akakabuto's spine, breaking it. Akakabuto still can move, doesn't give a shit. Fucking Grandpa appears, shoots Akakabuto.
Yeah, Gohei appears. And that's because Smith brings him. We forgot about Ben and Sniper going to battle on the cliffside, and Ben essentially sacrifices himself. And Smith goes, I have just sat here like a coward. I will save him, and throws himself over the cliff.
Yep.
Yeah. The Smith's the guy who fixed people with human transportation as well.
Right. Yes, of course. Oh, man. So, yeah, Gohei shows up, and it's Ricky, it's Silver, and it's Gohei. Gohei's got the rifle. He's being patient, firing into the face and skull of Akakabuto, but gunshots are a mere bee sting to this massive bear.
It really fucking gets that title across a fucking demon lord, because holy fucking shit.
Yeah, when he stands up and like the holes where his eyes should be are just glowing, I was like, holy, this is creepy as hell, dude.
I love that. They're
like there's no eyes, it's just glowing with rage. It's like, holy shit.
The fucking dogs are literally just sitting. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Why won't he just die? It's so great.
And finally, with one last effort, Gin does the super spin move and decapitates Akakabuto.
Enrique is just absolutely dead squashed, so...
Yeah, he's totally fucked. Yeah.
And it's unfortunate he got squashed.
Yeah, because the bear's paws was occupied by smashing Ricky, and that left the opening for the head to be taken off. My God. What an ending.
And then Ricky does the thing about speaking, as he is just dying. It's like, oh, I can finally rest. You
are the leader of the O now.
Yeah, Gin is the leader. Ben, you're the vice leader. I'm leaving. I'm done.
I'm out. I'm heading out. My job here's done. I've done all I can.
And no one cries. They just go, real males don't cry. Even Gohei, Daisuke shows up and he's like, no, aren't you gonna bury him? And he just turns his back to him. No, give him a proper send off. We will leave him be.
Not even
no real man wants anyone seeing him die. And he's just crying.
Yeah. No real man wants an audience when dying. Man.
It's like, Daisuke, let's go. Gin is not your dog anymore. I'll tell everybody that Gin is the owner of the Twin Peaks. Let's go, boy.
Gin's the leader of the Twin Peaks, yeah. And there's like, 6 people, 6 hunters behind him, and they're just like, yeah, we didn't do anything. We suck.
Bro, like, to be fair, if you come up there and you see this scene, I would definitely have a feeling like, I don't want to
go home.
I don't want to interfere in this shit. Like, what the fuck?
I just want to go home. I'll just point at Akakabuto being half dead and still killing hundreds of dogs. Look at Gohei and see, that's why I didn't want to fight this shit.
I really wanted to see the one thing that was missing from this anime was a widescreen shot of the battlefield with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dead canines and bears like ripped apart across the scene. One last final battle shot of just the war that they had. We didn't get that though.
Yeah, no. And then it's like, what do we do now? Well, you howl to honor the dead.
And celebrate your victory.
And of course, many times during the anime, we have also the shonen trope of the opening playing in important parts.
Oh yeah, of course.
Also, the open is 80s as hell, but it's so good.
Very 80s. Yeah. All right. Well, that was a trip.
Yeah.
8 out of 10. That's what I gave it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, man. Same. Like,
everyone gave it an 8. Yay!
It's so stupidly entertaining. Like, of course you can pick on stuff about this show, as you can with pretty much anything. But it's like, at the end of the day, you watch these anime to be entertained, and holy fuck was I entertained.
God damn, yeah. I couldn't agree more. Every single time, it's just sitting down and say, "Oh boy, let's see what kind of bullshit they're gonna pull it off." Mother's best, fine. Feeding your dog your own flesh, cool. Ninja dogs, they're cannibal, fine. 4 Heavenly Kings, okay. 10 minutes of a dog backstory that ends up dying at the end, awesome. A guy from Hokkaido, cool. It's just that. It's just no explanation. Everyone is just built different. Sure, why not? It's the pinnacle of just dumb writing. But the script writer just wrote so many extremely fun but dumb anime that I'm not even surprised. Props to the mangaka as well. Like, it's probably extremely hard to pull this story off. And he did like 5 times already with 5 different dogs.
But dude, props also to the subtitle crew. They must have had so much fun subtitling this thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's are fucking weird, but like, yeah, no, I mean, even just thinking of like the mangaka as well, right? Because it's kind of incredible thinking like the sequel to this Weed. It's like that's like a 60 volume manga, by the way.
Oh my god.
Right? And it's like it's sold over 20 million copies.
Dude.
It's a big manga. So it's like this guy found his fucking calling and it was writing manga about dogs.
Shonen dogs, they're just built differently.
So yeah. So when are we watching Weed, by the way, guys?
Oh no. I don't know. But our next anime is my pick, and I guess we're just sticking with the violence in the 80s. Genocyber is next.
Fuck yeah.
I can't wait. Guys, what a trip this was. We just did an hour and a half only on Silver Fang, recounting the entire series and having fun with it.
Yeah.
What an episode.
Because
this is one of my favorites.
Every single episode, there's some fucking up bullshit. It's amazing. It's good to talk about it. Like, we can just pull a single episode and talk about the bullshit for at least 30 minutes.
That's right. We didn't need to bullshit at the start of this episode. The bullshit was already there.
Yeah. It's great. It's amazing.
This was
I'll
Red Leaf.
Rewatch this anime sometime.
And every other year thing. Oh boy.
Yeah.
This was episode 121. See you next time, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.